So I will be candid right from the beginning of this video. This is a must-add for anybody that possesses Tesla stock. See, there's a many individuals that actually think Tesla will be dejected perpetually, that Tesla's a trick and Tesla stock is going no place at any point in the near future, and I feel that is the furthest thing from reality. It truly makes me more bullish on Tesla the more that I see negative remarks on Tesla down in the remarks segment of this video, or on X or on CNBC that I watch. Concerning Tesla, the more bears, the more potential gain it, the more that uplifting news isn't valued into Tesla. I mean, the way that I see it is very straightforward. In the event that retail is as yet negative on Tesla, or on the other hand, assuming that there's as yet a piece of retail that is negative on Tesla, envision flexible investments establishments and cash directors, they're still presumably all in all a degree more negative than retail. Now, as a matter of some importance, we will have numerous impetuses coming over the course of the following several months. Actually, the following 90 days will be exceptionally significant for Tesla, the greatest one of all. You could fundamentally disregard any of these other impetus. Essentially, for the present is June 13th. Now, June 13th is significant, crucially significant for Tesla, and I've discussed this multiple occasions, so I would rather not stick on it to an extreme, and assuming that you're a watcher of this channel, you definitely know my position on June 13th, so skirt ahead if assuming you have any desire to yet. I figure the vote will go through and Elon's comp bundle will be re-established on June 13th. I believe that is the base case supposition. I will be shocked in the event that it doesn't proceed, so on the off chance that it goes through, I believe you're in for a face ripper rally. I think Tesla stock could mobilize 15% or more on June 13th. Now, before June 13th, I'm not expecting a lot of anything up or down. 2 to 3% from here. There will be a ton of unpredictability. We've seen that on Thursday, we've seen that on Friday, and I'm expecting that sort of instability is logical going to go on basically heading into June 13th. Now, on the off chance that the vote doesn't go through for Tesla stock, I figure Tesla may as yet see 10-15% drawback on June 13th. Well, that is not the base case presumption, but rather that is a potential result, and that is the reason you are seeing huge cash going out and purchasing enormous fences on their positions. I'm expecting an enormous move in light of the manner in which multifaceted investments are supporting their positions, right? This isn't supporting that you regularly see maybe before a profit, before you realize conveyance numbers, before CPI or a positions report or the Fed. This is supporting you have not found in seemingly forever, very featuring the significance of June 13th. So I truly do accept we will see a multi-week rally for the business sectors predicated on Friday's PCE report. PCE came in lower than anticipated. We've seen what occurred in the Nasdaq and the Russell, and actually every one of your files you've seen a convention upon PCE. It was truly Dell income, the sort of floundering of the simulated intelligence exchange that sent the business sectors down such a huge amount until about late morning on Friday, and afterward the market began to acknowledge, gracious, my golly, expansion came in lower than anticipated. This was the least expansion report in 2024. This is extraordinary news. We ought to purchase stocks. Currently, I'm not as bullish on large tech. I'm more bullish on little covers and low-cost delicate stocks, which falls squarely in the camp of Tesla currently. Is it conceivable that Tesla rallies close by the business sectors? Obviously, it's conceivable, yet I think with these monstrous supporting positions, I've made sense of this previously. However, when these positions are being made and multifaceted investments organizations are going out and they're purchasing 240 trillion, 250 billion, 260 million, 270,300 or more puts, then market creators need to go out and short stock quickly. How does that respond when market producers need to go short stock? Well, that puts a top on the stock to the potential gain it adds selling pressure. So despite the fact that I'm expecting a more extensive market rally here in the following 2 or 3 weeks, I figure Tesla might partake somewhat, yet not close to however much it in any case would. Now, understanding June 13th, I figure you could see a major catch-up impact where on the off chance that the vote goes through like we're expecting, you realize Tesla could are for 2 or 3 weeks after June 13th. Currently coming this forthcoming Friday, we will find a lines of work report, and we are anticipating that around 150,000 positions should be added, so that would be a logjam. From the last positions report that we had around 180,000 positions. Or not really good or bad, that is still, you're adding 150,000 positions a month. That is still generally excellent, as yet showing the economy is accomplishing something useful and the work market's accomplishing something useful, yet it would be a logjam, and I figure the business sectors would that way. And if in the event that you don't completely accept that what I say, in the event that you couldn't care less about my perspective, perhaps you care about Tom Lee. He says you ought to purchase the Duncan stocks this week's positions report. Those are a portion of your close-term impetus. Now we in all actuality do have a taken care of meeting on June 12th. We likewise get CPI that comes out June 12th too. We're expecting a ton of the nothing new from the Fed. The Fed may be somewhat more dovish now that PCE came in lower than anticipated and the most minimal level all through 2024. I'm all not expecting anything hawkish from the Fed. I figure they could be somewhat more on the dovish side, yet I'm not actually expecting a full bird Powell either still as of now, with little covers exchanging where they are. I think even a somewhat more dovish Jerome Powell on potential rate cuts in 2024 would be viewed as extraordinary information for explicitly that region of the business sectors which I incorporate Tesla to. Now July is where things get a delicious for Tesla. Okay, envision this: the business sectors go through this rally predicated on rate cuts coming in 2024, lower expansion, and a marginally debilitating economy, barely enough to give the Fed slices yet insufficient to start downturn fears. Okay, extraordinary. We will have TQ2 conveyance sorts emerging around July 2nd, the primary several days in July. I believe that could be uplifting news. I think our request was possible, supported a ton by Tesla, offering the 0.1%, 0.99% supporting on the Model Y here in the US, deciding off of Google patterns. We ought to have a really darn solid Q2 now. In July you will get Tesla's profit around July 20th, July 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, someplace thusly, and as long as the vote goes through on June 13th as we expect, I think Tesla stocks as of now going to be in a decent spot. I figure he could truly run into Tesla's next profit around the 20th of July or so. That wouldn't shock me, assuming that Tesla's a $250 stock by next income by mid-Monin of July, presently relying upon what occurred among now and mid-July. Well, you know, the response after profit could be somewhat unique. Assuming that we run up into that income, you could get a sell down on the off chance that you don't do much into July. Then you likely get a meeting that is truly subtlety, since it will depend what Tesla stock does among occasionally. Yet again, it would make perfect sense if Tesla's a $250 stock by mid-July, as long as the vote goes through on June 13th. Now likewise, why I figure Tesla could be a $250 in addition to stock by mid-July is on the grounds that you will have two expansion reports, two positions reports. You will hear from the Fed on June 12th. You will get much more data that probably will set the Fed cutting rates July 31st. Now you will get your CPI report around July 12th or 11th or 13th or so. In that space, doesn't make any difference the particular date for this video, yet early July you will get your next CPI report, the one after the June 12th one, right? And that will be the significant one. As long as that expansion report comes in great in July, you will have 3 months of declining expansion, declining economy, and that will probably cement the cut coming July 31st, and that could lead into a run into July. And I figure simply June-July could be excellent for business sectors and generally excellent for Tesla. Again, explicitly your loan fee delicate names, and again for however long Elon's comp bundle gets re-established on June 13th. On the off chance that the comp bundle doesn't go through, I figure Tesla could do a big steaming pile of nothing all through this mid-year, even with a market rally, even with great income or great conveyances. I actually don't figure Tesla would do a lot of anything on the off chance that there an opportunity Elon leaves Tesla, and that is the very thing Money Road will say. In the event that Elon's comp bundle doesn't go through, there's an opportunity